So riding in the car, we spent 4 or 5 hours riding in the car. Was it fun? Or was it miserable and torture?
A mix of both.
A little mix of both?
Because, I was squished like this.
You are the smallest, so you do get the middle.
For, 3 hours. And then it wasn't not that bad because me and Avery put on some filters on shout out Snapchat.
Shout out Snapchat.
Stay out of my fridge. It's time to raid. We're bringing the last. No need to be afraid.
Oh, hey. Welcome back, everybody. Can't thank you enough. This is Stay Out of the Fridge podcast. And as you know, last week we had some special guests. The kids took over. And at the time of the recording, turns out the boys are still pretty busy. And I'm pretty busy as well. So you're not going to hear Brandon. You're not going to hear Euban. You're not even going to hear the middle kid, Avery. Today, joining me, a one-on-one exclusive episode of Stay Out of My Fridge with the youngest, Isla. What is up, dude?
Nothing really.
Yeah, nothing at all? No. So today's Memorial Day. Did you know that?
Yeah.
You did, because right before we pressed record, you were like, I want Eliza to cut my hair. I'm like, it is a holiday. And you're like, holiday? It's a holiday? And I feel like your school is really letting you.
No, I remembered just now that it was a holiday because it's our dog's birthday.
It is the dog's birthday.
We should give him a treat later.
Really? Okay. What kind of treat you think you'd like?
The bacon ones.
Do we have any?
I don't know.
To check it out. Oh, Vern La, named after the great Pittsburgh Pirate legend, turns how old today?
5.
5 years old. But I mentioned it was a holiday. Do you know what holiday it is?
Memorial Day.
What is Memorial Day? Do they teach you that in school?
Is it the holiday where we celebrate the people in the Army, U.S. Army?
Kind of, yeah. It's observed to honor the men and women who actually died while serving the armed forces.
I didn't get to finish that.
Oh, that's what you were gonna go. How convenient. So it's a pretty special holiday. We love our troops, don't we? Yeah, girl. Yeah. So what else has been going on? I know today we are busy. Again, it's Memorial Day, and most people, I think, take time and they barbecue and they find an excuse to do that. We said, you know what? We're going to do some work. We detailed a couple of vehicles today. You were doing your nails.
Which are not done.
Which are not done. I don't know a lot about nails, but she was trying to explain the process, but we're not going to go there. And like I said, I mentioned Brandon, I believe, was traveling, so he couldn't be here. And all things, Euban's at an air. I read it wrong. He's at an air guard event, shaking hands. I thought he was at an air guitar event. Those are two different things.
His makes more sense.
His makes a lot more sense. Do you know what an air guitar is? What is it?
Guitar that you plug in. Is that right? Or is that a different type of guitar?
It's a different kind of guitar. You know what an air guitar is?
No.
It's when you pretend like you're playing a guitar in the air. Like, like that. Yeah, you ever play the air guitar?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I go.
That's interesting. But yeah. Okay, well, I'm a knucklehead. I thought it was an air guitar. And I actually said, well, that's something I thought I'd never hear any of my boys say. But it was air guard.
His makes way more sense.
Shout out to Euban, though. He did give us... We did some traveling this weekend, didn't we? Where did we go?
Yeah, a hotel.
Yeah, but what city? You don't remember what city we went to? That we were there for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday? You have no idea. What? Oh, my goodness. You have no guesses. You have no idea where we were.
Syracuse?
Okay, that's a pretty good guess, because yes, that's where we were. How would you spell Syracuse if you were to spell it? Try to spell it.
S.
Yeah?
A.
Okay.
U.
So right now you have Sayu. Sayu.
A.
K. Okay, Sayuk. It's okay, just keep going. You're either going to be right or you're going to be wrong.
What did you say for the spelling already?
You're wrong already.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to know how Avery spelled it?
Yes.
A-R-A, Sarah. Q-U-C-E. Q.
I almost said Q.
Do you really want to know how to spell it?
Yes.
S-Y-R-A-C-U-S-E. Syracuse. You were way off. But yeah, so we went down there, obviously. Shout out Euban. He, recommended a very good hotel. And what do you think? Out of 5 stars, how many stars would you give it?
Wasn't that big, but I feel like it was like really pretty and nice.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like there was a pool, but the pool wasn't that big.
But you got wet and you swam, right? Because you're not that big anyways, right? What do you need, an Olympic-sized pool where you can't touch the bottom? You could touch the bottom on this.
But I'd give it like the whole hotel or just our room.
The whole hotel, the experience.
4 stars.
4 out of 5. That's pretty good.
Because I liked how the elevator had really cool designs in them.
What kind of designs was it? So that's how you're going to do your hotel reviews, is based on the elevator designs?
No, and there was also the rooms were really pretty and nice.
They were very nice. How was the bed?
I actually slept on the floor. Yeah.
On top of pillows? Were you comfy? Tell me the truth.
I was okay.
You weren't comfy. You were. You seemed like you slept pretty good.
I did sleep good, but it wasn't as comfy as those queen beds.
I should have slept on the floor, and you could have cuddled with Avery, because she is not the greatest.
She sleeps like I slept right underneath your bed, and all I saw the whole night was Avery's foot going like this on top. Like it was disgusting. And she didn't have any socks on either.
Well, who would sleep with socks on?
I do all the time.
You sleep with socks on?
Yeah.
What is the matter with you? But we stayed at the Aloft, Syracuse Aloft Hotels. So shout out to Brittany. She took good care of us at the front desk, set up the reservations. It was smooth as what? Smooth as what? It's the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear smooth as. Because there's a couple of things. Some old people say smooth as a baby's butt. I don't go with that one.
That's gross.
That is weird, yeah. What do you think? Smooth as
paper.
Smooth as paper. Okay.
Because paper's just like paper.
What'd I say? Smooth as butter. Butter.
Ooh, that's good.
That's pretty good, right?
Or smooth as cows.
Smooth as cows? Interesting. I don't know about that one. I'm going to move on past that. So you give it a 4 out of 5. I agree with you. I think it's a 4 out of 5. The rooms were super clean. The hallways were super clean. The lobby was super clean. The pool was super clean until the one kid actually got a nosebleed and was bleeding all over the place. Thankfully,
really
not in the pool.
Really, really bad.
Poor kid. That's what happens when you pick your nose too much. Not saying this kid did it, but I'm telling you. Especially if you were to try to pick your nose with those nails, it would go into your brain.
I don't pick my nose.
Okay.
I don't.
That's like saying you don't toot.
I don't.
Okay. Yeah, me neither.
I don't pick my nose.
Tootosaurus Rex.
I don't do that. No, I don't.
Okay. Anyways. Oh, Syracuse, we both went 4 out of 5. Yeah, I like the rooms. What I really like that I don't see at a lot of hotels. We didn't take advantage of this because we were pretty busy with everything that we did, but they had the whole board game cabinet. They were locked up, which is I agree. So you can go right to the front desk, which is 2 steps away. You can rent out a board game, and you can sit down in the lobby and just play some board games. And we love our board games.
I wanted to play the elf one. That one looked fun.
The elf one?
The one, Buddy, elf.
I know who Buddy the elf is, but what was the game?
It looked like Monopoly, kind of.
Oh, could you imagine us in the lobby playing Monopoly?
But it still looked fun.
It did, but it's still Monopoly, and I feel like...
I don't think it was Monopoly.
Yeah, it was. I just looked it up. There is Monopoly... I can't talk. Monopoly Elf board game.
Oh. Can I see what it looks like?
That's the one. Oh, you guys hear that? I thought it was thunder.
The motorcycle. It's probably next door.
It's an Amish buggy going by with its wheels. Because we're in a little bit of a thunder and lightning storm. But all right, so we reviewed the thing. You give it a 4 because of the elevator. I love the lobby.
Not because of the elevator, because of the quality of it.
Quality of it, okay.
It wasn't disgusting, and there wasn't rats all over the place.
How many times have we stayed at a place that was disgusting with rats in it?
Once I saw a rat.
You did not.
Shimmy across the floor.
No, you didn't. You didn't.
Yeah, I did.
Telling you.
It was a I'm pretty sure like a stuffed animal one. It was a stuffed animal one.
Okay. That doesn't count. Stuffed animal rats don't make a hotel dirty. But we do, because when we travel, there's usually 5 of us. We tend to get suite, so we try to get 2 beds and a pull-out couch. Wasn't available at this place, but the place was still pretty good. And yeah, all right. So let's ask you this. So we went to Syracuse. You can't spell it. What was, in your opinion, the best part of our Syracuse trip? We did a lot of things. What do you think was your favorite part? Should we tell them what we did so then you have a little bit more time to think? We obviously got down there on a Friday because the middle child, Avery, was supposed to play softball. We didn't know this, but we got up super early, not as early as all the people that started driving there from 2 hours away. And the entire the entire event got delayed 2 hours, and then it got canceled. So we were like, oh boy, what do we do? We were all a little bit sleepy. A couple of you were a little bit cranky. And we said, all right, what are we going to do? So we had a good breakfast, and we went to the zoo. And then after the zoo, I brought them to a record store. The very first time they ever went to a true record store. Shout out Soundgarden in Syracuse. We'll talk about that in a little bit more. And then we went to dinner. We went to dinner first, right? Or did we go mini golf, then dinner?
Mini golf, then dinner.
Mini golf. Then we went to dinner.
Because we almost got a free pizza. And Avery's like, what if we got that, then we don't have to buy dinner?
Mm-hmm.
We sadly didn't get it.
And then by the time we got back from all of that, it was a little bit later. You guys all went swimming. Oh, we went to Target as well. And then everybody went swimming. And then we crashed. And I slept a lot better the second night than the first night. What about you? Or about the same?
Yeah.
Wow. That was a big yawn. Am I boring you?
No.
Tired? And then we woke up Sunday. And Avery had 3 softball games. And then we ended up going to Chipotle. It was the first time you guys went to Chipotle. Then we found this like killer ice cream stand. Stopped, got a quick little ice cream on the way to this the next game. Watched some softball, then we headed home.
Yeah, we did a lot. But I think my favorite might have been spending time with my family, and also...
You actually enjoyed hanging out with your family, or you're just saying that so everybody thinks you're the sweetest little kid?
I did.
All right. You're saying that with a smile, so I kind of believe you. Other than hanging out with your family, what did you like? Did you like the zoo, the mini golf?
The mini golf.
Zoo and the mini golf, top 2?
Yes, top 2. Those 2 are tied with spending family, because spending family is with those 2. So they're kind of all connected.
Yeah. All right. Let's, what was your worst part? What was the part that you just didn't like as much?
The kid got a bloody nose.
Oh, you didn't like watching a kid get a bloody nose? How did Avery take that? She doesn't like blood.
No, because I told her not to look, and then she went, and then I went.
Did she have a meltdown or like get dizzy or weird, or was she all right?
No, I holded her face in place. I went, this is what it looked like. I said, don't look, and then she went, and I went.
So for anybody that, obviously they can't see you, you're not on camera, but she did the Macaulay Culkin at Home Alone, like, oh, when he put on the aftershave. You ever seen that movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember that part?
I also remember the part where...
Where what?
I forgot.
Oh, fair enough. All right, so let me ask you this. So riding in the car, we spent 4 or 5 hours riding in the car. Was it fun? Or was it miserable and torture?
A mix of both.
A little mix of both?
Because, like, I was squished like this.
You are the smallest, so you do get the middle.
For, like, 3 hours. And then it wasn't not that bad because me and Avery put on some filters on shout out Snapchat.
Shout out Snapchat. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people from Snapchat that are listening to this, and they're going to think that shout out. Cool. All right. So a little bit of, well, so you told me to go, what made it just miserable? Just being in the middle? That's the only thing really made it miserable?
And there might have been some fighting.
Mm-hmm. Was there? What were you guys fighting over?
No, because I was falling asleep and I was like this, like dropping in my seat, and I like went on that like a little bit, and I went like this, and she went and pushed me right back up, and I slammed on Avery.
Wow.
Well, Avery also takes up the most room out of all of us. So if she's sitting normal, she sits like this with her legs out completely. And then when she sleeps, she has her foot on the thing that you can open. The thing right in front of me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
the console. Once
I woke up from my sleep, and she's like her head is on my lap. Because she's like...
Hey, all things considered, though, you guys got along pretty good. I was expecting worse. So that's good. All right, so I guess, what was your favorite thing at the zoo? We went to the zoo, a lot of stuff. Forget the name of the zoo in Syracuse now. It used to be Burnett Park Zoo, but now it's, what is it? It's like, the Rosamond Gifford Zoo. What was your favorite thing? Because there was some cool things.
The penguins.
The penguins were the coolest thing. It was a little bit chilly. It was a little bit
Or
rainy.
those orange monkeys. Those ones I've always wanted to see those, and then I saw them.
Which ones were they? The little ones?
Yeah, and they're like tiny little monkeys. They're orange, and I've always wanted to see them.
Pretty cool, right?
Are they orangutans?
I don't think so. I think they're some kind of monkey.
No, they're lion monkeys.
Is that what it was?
Yes.
Isn't that weird? They're lion monkeys, but they're little. Lions are pretty big.
I think it's because of the color. But I think I've always wanted to see them, so I'm really excited.
One of my favorite moments of the whole thing is, remember when we were over by the lemurs and they were trying to get them out, and the staff opened the door where they were in the cage, and they were going nuts. How loud were they?
And I said, shut the door.
Shut the door, please. You were a little bit scared, weren't you? It's okay. It's okay. But then they got them in there, and then they were quiet. And it sounded like there would have been like 40 of them in there. How many was there? They were loud. Holy moly. Cool looking, though, right? What about, and then we heard
there was this one monkey that had like a tail like all the way down to his kneecap.
Had a long tail. What was longer, his tail or my beard?
His tail.
His tail.
His tail's way longer than you.
Whoa. Way longer than you then.
Yeah, he was. It was like as long as you. Like as tall as you.
How tall am I? Like what? Am I 4 foot? 5 foot? 6 foot?
I don't
7 foot?
know.
Come on, give me a guess. Yeah, it's okay. What's your guess?
I almost said their name,
Don't
and
say
I was
their
like, oh.
It's okay. How tall am I?
6.
6 foot? 5 foot tall? Thankfully.
His boyfriend is almost 7.
Okay, he's tall.
No, he's like 6.
Yeah.
Guessing.
All right. Anyways, I'm between 5 and 6 foot, apparently. You're right. I am between 5 and 6. All right, so, and then the elephant. Remember the elephants were there? Remember there was that little baby elephant? He was playing with a stick like it was a little toy.
And then it got stuck on his head.
He was like, oh, look at me. I'm balancing this on my head. He was putting on a show, wasn't he? It was pretty. Yeah.
Why was this on my head?
It's a headband, and it's been on your head for a couple hours now.
I didn't put it there.
Interesting.
I think Mom might have.
She snuck it on there. Yeah. Elephant head. Speaking of heads, it was pretty cool. But then as we were heading to the elephant thing, we were like, oh, cool. Then what happened? Something started roaring.
It was a lion.
It was
a leopard.
It was a tiger.
And then a tiger.
Lions and leopards and tigers and...
And the tiger was going... Oh.
What do you think he was going nuts? Was he hungry? Was he like, feed me lunch?
Yeah, I got it on video, actually. It was really cool.
Yeah, you'll have to send that to me. We'll check it out. And then the sirens started going off in the city, and the wolves started howling, didn't they?
They were like, whoop.
I don't think they went. But you know what? My ultimate favorite thing that was at the zoo? It happened during lunch. Do you remember what happened during lunch?
Sissy spilled her Vienna sausages juice on her lap, and it got stuck on her pants.
Yeah.
And then Mom forced her to change pants with her. So she had a clean one and Mom had the dirty one.
Yeah, so we're sitting there eating lunch, and we packed it because you're allowed to bring, some snacks and some food and stuff like that. So we packed it in there, and the kids wanted some Vienna sausages, and I was having some trail mix. And
we
Sissy,
all ate your trail mix?
I'll eat my trail mix. That's okay. Caring is sharing, they say, right?
Sharing is caring.
Yeah, that too.
Sharing is sharing. That's not a saying.
Pretty sure that's what the Care Bear says, right?
Sharing is caring.
Okay, Sharon. Whoa.
It's called Karen.
Whoa, you're being a Karen? I was calling you Sharon because you were sharing, but okay, Karen.
No, I'm not a Karen. I'm saying, I thought you were talking about a Karen. I'm like, I'm not a Karen.
So you don't care?
No, I'm not a Karen. A Karen is somebody who's mean.
Is that what Karen is?
If you're all Karen, if there's a Karen watching this and you're not mean, you're not mean Karen. You gotta have the certain hairdo.
What's the hairdo?
The emo hairdo kind of thing.
An emo?
No, like that, where their hair is swoop down the front, and they hit looks like a bowl cut.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, Karens. But
not good.
Back to the Vienna sausage nightmare.
Yes, it was bad.
So she was obviously eating there. She had a fork in there.
Wait, what if they don't know what Vienna sausages are?
I think they know what Vienna sausages are.
What if somebody's watching it and they're like, what are Vienna sausages? I did some Vienna sausages. They sound so good.
Well, okay, then describe to them, what is a Vienna sausage?
They're like soft, but they feel like a hot dog, but they're soft, and they're not, and they're in a can, and they have juice inside of them, and they're not like, and they're made of meat, and they're not like candy. Vienna sausages.
And they come in a couple of different flavors. You guys like that, but the sauce in the juice is pretty thick sauce, right? Not just like water.
It's disgusting. It's like you could feel.
Do you know why they have why the Vienna sausages are in that sauce?
To keep them not rotten.
Good job, to preserve them. But yeah, people that just drink the juice to drink it, they're pretty A, B, C, and D disgusting, right?
Yeah, like Avery, she takes her Vienna sausages. Is that Avery? Yeah, I think she was doing this. She took her Vienna sausages and dipped it in the juice, and then dipped it again and went. That's disgusting. That is not needed.
Yeah, not needed. So the sissy had a fork in it, was getting ready to eat that, maybe ate one, just put it in there, went to grab a chip or something like that, or hand something over to Meg, wasn't paying attention, hits it with her arm, and the whole Vienna sausage came right to her, and just, I grabbed it as quick as I could, but the juice didn't spill a single sausage, but the juice went all over her leg area.
And she said, he looks like I peed my pants.
Pretty embarrassed teenager. She was laughing. She wasn't happy. So they decided to go into the bathroom to try to clean it. And apparently when Meg was trying to clean it, it made it a little bit worse. So they decided, all right, we're going to do the great pant swap. So they came out, wardrobes changed, and we were like, interesting. But hey, Meg was rocking the Vienna sausage. Didn't it turn into a joke the entire time? Like, you guys smell that? I smell Vienna sausages. The tigers are probably roaring because they're hungry for lunch. They want Vienna sausages. I'm not really.
I can actually smell them right now.
You can smell it right now? It's probably your breath.
I can smell the juice of them.
Interesting.
The joke.
Is it? Oh. It's never good if you have to explain the joke.
You were just talking about how you made. I never understand your jokes.
Anything else about the zoo? Or is that pretty much it? We like the elephants, the tigers, the monkeys, the Vienna sausage juice.
The penguin.
The penguins. Yeah, they weren't very active.
The penguin,
they were just kind of chilling.
It was like this, like sitting there and just fell asleep. And then one of them went like this. They can't see me. I don't know how to explain it. They put their arms out and looked up at the sky and went, oh. They
made some weird noises. They almost sounded like a donkey. I guess I never really heard a penguin make a noise. But...
And then, penguins are my second favorite animal.
Ooh, what's your first?
A koala. They have always been my favorite. Like, penguins have always been my favorite, but I just recently liked.
It would have been cool if there was a koala there. But there wasn't.
There was a red panda, though.
There was. What'd you think of that? It was just kind of chilling in the tree, sleeping, wasn't it? Yeah. Anything else about the zoo?
There was. Yeah, something else was really cool. There was like like the thing that was making noise. It kind of looked like an old man balding.
What?
It kind of looked like you in your bald era. Looked like you in your bald era.
I think I'm gonna go bald, right?
No, you're not. I won't talk to you for a month. You're not going bald again.
I think I'm gonna go bald. What's so wrong with me being bald?
You did not look normal. You looked like a different person. If you would have shaved off your beard, nobody would have told it was you.
I'm not going to shave off my beard, just my hair.
Shave it, shave it, shave it, shave it.
I think this is about time to end the show.
No, don't.
Okay, I won't shave my beard. No, I think my summertime look is. I think I need to.
No. You're
not. I think I need to just shave it all.
No, you're not. No.
Mm-hmm.
You finally grew out your hair. It made me so mad when you had like this long hairs.
Why did it make you so mad?
Because it looked like you had this long hairs and they were just poking out of your head. You looked like Gru. You looked like Gru from the Minions. That's how bald you were.
Yeah.
Balding is balding.
I'm going bald anyway, so
no,
why
you're
wouldn't
not
I
balding.
just...
No.
I don't grow hair on top of my head.
I will literally take that shaver or something, whatever it is, right out of your hand.
Okay. What if I do it when you're at school?
And I'll do your beard if you do it.
Now we're just being ridiculous.
No, if you try to shave your beard, I'm at your hair.
Oh.
If you try to shave your hair, I'm gonna shave your beard.
Then you won't be able to be on the show anymore.
No, then I won't shave your beard.
Yeah.
I'll wax your leg.
What? Why would you wax my leg?
Because it would hurt. And I would wax your arms too.
What? All right. So other than the zoo, what else? Mini golf. You talked about mini golf. What was your favorite part of the mini golf?
Yeah, making that home one.
Ooh, tell everybody about it.
So I hit the ball and it went right through the castle. I'm pretty sure it was a castle. The barn. It was a barn. Went right through the barn and went... It wasn't an actual barn. It was like one of those fake ones that had a hole in it and you could put your ball through it. And my ball went straight, and it was like a skinny line that your ball had to go right across. My ball went right across it, went right through it, and went rolling, and it hit off the wall and perfectly bounced right in. It was amazing.
It was pretty... It was a windmill.
It was the windmill?
It was the windmill.
Was it?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure, wasn't it?
No, because my ball hit the side of the windmill. No, and then it got stuck.
It was the castle one.
It was the barn one. Remember?
I do.
Because it went on the skinny line. And Avery didn't, air quotes right now, because you guys can't see it, but I was air quoting. She didn't hit it twice over there. She didn't.
Whoa.
When everybody watched her do it.
You talking smack right now?
I'm not talking smack.
It sounds like you're kind of talking smack right now.
I don't think I am.
So tell us about the incident then.
What incident? The one where she pretended like she didn't hit it twice?
Mm-hmm.
So she hit the ball off the little ramp that... this is the barn one. And it was a skinny ramp. And I'm like... And she's like, I should totally get another chance. And we're all like, why should you get another chance? We don't get another chance. And then she hit it twice. And nobody saw her. Because she hit it and it bounced off the wall. And she pretended like she didn't hit it and hit it again. And then it bounced off the wall again. And then she hit it again.
See, I saw it a little bit different. But you guys were all getting cranky about it.
And then she said, I did it.
Was it that big of a deal? We were there for fun.
I know, but like it still shouldn't have happened.
All right. We're going to take a super quick break. And we're back. And we were talking about a little controversy on the mini golf course. So I decided why not to hear from the source. Avery's in the house. Isla was trying to say you were double tapping. And I said, who cares? We were just having fun.
'Cause she did.
Unreal, right?
Now that it's over, can you admit that you did?
I did not double tap that one thing.
It seemed like it was more like a hockey style. The ball was kind of rolling, and he just kind of was like, just to get it over with. But,
yeah.
Double tap.
But either way, we already talked about the zoo, the Vienna sausages, and I tried to make Isla spell Syracuse. It didn't go so well, so we were talking about mini golf. And, I guess I asked her real quick, what was the best part of the Syracuse trip? If you want to just kind of throw it out there super quick. I know we already went back. I don't want to go too far backwards on that, but what was your favorite part of the trip?
My softball tournament.
There it is.
We were there.
Well, we were there for softball. So, give a little bit of a recap of your softball. But I want Isla to give a recap of the softball to see how accurate it really is from there. So give a full recap of the games. How many games did she play?
3.
Okay, let's give a recap. How'd the first game go?
The first game was like, okay, I can't remember if we won or not. And the second game, we did not win. I don't think we won either.
Okay, so that's the recap from the spectator. Now let's...
Actually, I think they might have actually won.
Okay, so Isla's going to say 1 and 2. Not bad. All right, Avery, give us the recap. How'd game 1 go?
Game 1, was our first game ever playing together as a team, and it was just trial and error, and it didn't go very well. We lost by 7.
Yep. And it happens. I mean, you guys came out. You could tell there was some jitters. You could tell there was a couple of made some errors, whatever. But at the end, you really had 2 bad innings. You gave up. You gave up 5 in the first, 5 in the second, and then it ended up being like 10-3. So you held them after that. It was a very good team. You know, you guys shift some things around. Things happen. But like I said, game 2.
Game 2 was good, better. We had our first 2 innings were bad, which put us down by a lot, and then after the first 2 innings, it was 10-1 us. So we came back and it went into...
No, it was 10-1 the other team. You said 10-1 us. You were losing 10-1.
No, we were losing 7-0. After, if we didn't count those 2 innings, we would have...
Gotcha.
From there, it was 10-1. If the score was 0-0 after those.
Okay, that's an interesting. I guess that's the kid perspective. From my perspective, it was 10-1. They came back, tied it, and they went to extra innings, scored a run, got up 11-10, correct? And then ended up, or no, you gave up. But either way, they ended up losing by 1 on a walk off, and it was a very exciting game versus a really good team and a very good comeback. You guys started to click a little bit. You guys strung together some walks, some hits. It was fun to watch. And then the third game?
The third game, we had to play on a t-ball field because all the other games are so far behind. They had an extra ump, so they just quickly put lines on a t-ball field and called it, and we ended up winning that game. I don't remember what the score was, but all I know is we won. Yeah. We played a team that was half 10U kids and half 12U kids.
Yeah. And like I said, at the end of the day, it seemed like you guys had fun, and that's what it's all about. Like I said, you guys got to play in a first tournament. It was a little bit not a traditional tournament because of the weather and cancellations and all that good stuff. But I don't know. Overall, did you have a good time? Nice. So we'll continue with some softball trips and some softball stuff. And Isla you probably didn't remember much of the second game because you took a very long nap during the second game.
But all I know is that we lost.
Yeah, whatever. It is what it is. I mean, at the end of the day, even if you win it all, what do you get? Like a medal or something? It's all right.
I don't even think you get anything from that tournament.
Yeah, like I said, it is what it is. So let me ask you this, Isla. What do you think you'd do if you were up to bat?
I would hit it so hard and run all of the bases.
Wow, okay. It's that easy.
Run.
That easy, isn't it, Avery?
If I was the first one, I would have.
It's not that easy.
Actually, I'd go 2 bases.
2 bases, you're going to hit a double. I mean, so seeing that kind of pitching, which is much, much different than your league pitching, like, was it quite a bit of an adjustment?
Yeah, it was so much faster, and they were so much more accurate. The ball coming towards you was a whole different.
Yeah, you had some good at-bats, a couple foul balls, some strikeouts. It is what it is, But, all right, Isla, what's up?
I feel like if I would make the first 2 bases, and then I would make the next base, and then make it home.
Okay.
That's what I feel like.
That's what she feels like. I think she could get a walk.
Yeah, she would get a walk. She's so tiny.
Maybe she'd get the bat on the ball.
What's a walk?
When there's 4 balls, then you get to go to. They throw 4 balls, and then you get a free base. Base on balls.
I think I would make 2, and then I would make the other 2.
Oh, she's gonna get a walk, and she's gonna steal a base, Avery.
Pew.
And she's gonna go.
Pew.
All right. Other than mini golf, softball, the zoo, anything else from the trip? We talked about the bloody nose too, but either way, you didn't care for that too much.
You looked.
Couldn't look back. You're not my mom.
I told you not to, and then you tried to. I was trying to help you.
Well, I wanted to look.
And then I holded your head in place.
Yeah, and you made me mad.
All right. So we brought some snacks. I want you guys to say, what are the greatest snacks for a road trip of all time. Isla, what's the go-to? If you get to go to the store, any aisle, any snack, and that's the one snack that you get to eat in the car. That's going to end up all over the seats, all over the floor, probably. What is it?
Cheez-It donuts.
Cheez-It donuts?
No, Cheez-Its and donuts.
Okay, well, I guess we're going to go with 2. Cheez-Its and donuts. Avery?
Mine is the Ritz Bits cheese crackers
Mm-hmm.
and cosmic brownies.
Wow, okay.
Ooh,
Those are pretty solid.
little.
That's what I ate.
That's what you ate on the snacks? That's decent. All right, that's all right. And of all the places that we ate when we were down there, whether it was in the hotel room, whether it was on the road, what do you think the greatest food that we had this weekend?
Because of the funniness or the type of food?
Just whatever. I mean, we went to Tully's.
For funniness, I would pick the Vienna sausages. Yeah. And for like food, probably the best fries in all-time history was I can't remember what it was called.
Was it Tully's?
No.
Oh, we went to the brewery.
But
I forgot about that.
But the first one, I meant the first one, and the second, that was the second one, but the first one was 100% Chipotle.
Yeah, she got have you ever ate at a Chipotle, Avery?
Once.
Yeah, and Isla got the make your own taco. So they had the 2 shells and all the meat and all that stuff. So she got to make it the way she wanted it, and she enjoyed it.
And I didn't really like the meat, but I still ate it.
They don't have beef. They only had chicken or steak, and she went chicken, and she didn't love it, but she covered it up with enough sour cream, apparently, and cheese to make it her own. All right, Avery, what was your...
I had my whole dish of cheese. I meant my whole dish of sour cream in that one taco.
Mm-hmm. Avery, what was your favorite food of the trip?
My favorite food of the whole trip was probably the brewery because I got pulled pork nachos and they were like so good.
Oh, those were good nachos. That was awesome. Shout out to that place. It was like Myers or something like that. Meiers or something like that. Brewery. It was really close to the hotel that we went in. I mean, we got pizza, we got French fries, we got pulled pork nachos, we got crab rangoon dip, and probably some other stuff. And it was fantastic.
And she ate the whole dish. That's how good it was. She couldn't stop.
I did not eat the whole dish because people took servings off of the dish.
And I said that we couldn't go home with leftovers because we were in the hotel. And I tell you what.
And we were sharing. He told us before you ordered it that we were sharing it.
And I did. Lo took a plate of it, Meg took a plate of it, and my dad took some of it.
It was so good, that pork. Ooh.
And I was the only one who did.
What about, real quick before we get out of here, what about the scooters all over the city?
Oh, yeah.
Could you explain? I want Isla to start first. Explain, like, what are they and how do you think they work? Because it was an interesting concept. I mean, if you live in a city, it's probably normal. But for us in the country, not so normal, right?
Well, there were these scooters that you can rent, and you every minute you pay 25 cents, I'm pretty sure.
36 cents a minute, I think.
6 cents, whatever. And then they people just left them there because they're like, oops, I ran out of money. Let me just leave it here. That's what I thought. And it's not normal for us because we don't live there. But it was what it was like. It was cool.
Avery, what was your take on that?
I kind of wanted to rent one myself.
My take on the scooters and bikes, they were electric, by the way. And my take was if, like, people rent them out and they would be driving them and maybe they got to their location, so they just got off of it and left it there. Or, like Isla said, they ran out of money. Or, my take on this is when they were in the little things, I didn't see chargers to go with it. So what if they just die?
Yeah. So I looked up real quick. What they're called is VEO scooters, and they're unlocked by using the VEO app, and you scan a QR code. Riders then navigate using the app to end their ride, ensuring the scooter is parked upright and legally, often requiring a photo verification to confirm proper parking. The app also tracks vehicle locations in geofence areas. So you just download an app, find a scooter, scan the code, boom, you go on it. You're supposed to wear a helmet, which we didn't see that. And you just push off with one foot and engage the throttle, and then you just start riding. And then apparently when you want to end it, you just park it upright. You just park the scooter upright and out of the way of pedestrians. Then the app will guide you on how to end your ride and confirm parking, which again requires a photo. So apparently you just put it upright, boom, snap a photo, and it's good. And then you just complete the app instructions to end your ride.
And I didn't, I bet you because some of them, they were just pushed over, they didn't even care. It looked like they didn't even care. They just pushed it over, plopped it on the ground, said it was fine.
It was interesting. We turned it into a little bit of a game, being like, let's count how many scooters we see. I just think it's weird. And again, not something that we offer here, because if you're paying 36 cents a minute and you had to ride one to the next closest place, you'd pay a lot of money. But I just thought it was weird because a lot of these scooters weren't near a business. They were just in the middle of the sidewalk in the middle of nowhere. It's like, did they run out of money? Did they ended up, running out of money, or did they die of charge because they are electric? Interesting. But all right. Let's wrap this up, all right? Because let's get out of here. I know Avery's on location, joined us for a little bit. I said we're going to do 10 minutes. We're already at 15, so we'll wrap this up. We're not going to rate the fridge today. We'll potentially rate one next week if we do this again. But overall, 1 thumbs up, 2 thumbs up. What do we think about the Syracuse trip?
I give it 1.5 thumbs up.
Okay, somebody had a thumb removed somehow. 1.5 thumbs up. Isla, 1 or 2 or 1.5 thumbs up?
1.
Only 1? Why only 1?
Better than hers.
1.5 is better. You're going 1.5 now?
It wasn't better. I thought you meant split it.
No, 1.5, so closer to 2. Like if you were going to go based on 5 stars, she went pretty good. Okay, so overall good trip. I'm glad.
I say 2.5.
Oh, 2.5 thumbs up out of 2. All right. But either way, yeah, hopefully you girls enjoyed the trip. I know I had a good time with you guys. It's just good to explore and to see different places and go different places, eat different food. And like I said, it was a good time for softball, and we're going to do it again soon. What, Isla?
I feel like the scooters charge at this, where they are, you can get them from. I feel like that's their charging spot.
That probably makes sense. I think you're right. Maybe it's a wireless charger. But either way, that is a wrap. Can't thank, obviously, anybody for hanging out and listening to us. But more importantly, thank you, Isla. Thank you, Avery, for chatting on this episode. So that's all we got. We'll be back next week. Avery, Isla, I have to tell you something super important. Stay out of my fridge.
No. It's my fridge, too.
Yeah, just because you have magnets all over it. Interesting. All right, we'll be back next week. Bye, everybody. You going to say bye, Avery?
See ya.
All right. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Peace out.
Knock, who's there? It's the podcast you adore. Stay out of my fridge. We're back, ready to explore. Gotta tell a tale, gonna make you laugh, gonna make you smile. So buckle up tight, it's gonna be alright. We're diving deep into your fridge where secrets